a setting for nights.
Welcome to Musicians Weekly. I'm Jack Hanson. Tonight we're featuring jazz music with vocalist Ron Kaplan.
They like to chat about the dresses they will wear tonight. They chew the fat about their dresses and the neighbors fight. Inconsequential things that men don't really care to know become essential things that women find so apropos. But that's a dame, it's just a game, they're all the same. They call it girl talk, girl talk. They all meow about the ups and downs of all their friends. The who, the where, the why, they dish the dirt, it never ends. The weaker sex, the speaker's sex, we mortal males behold. Although we joke, we wouldn't trade them for a pot of gold. So baby, stay and gab away, but hear me say that after girl talk, come on and talk to me. They like to chat about the dresses they will wear tonight. They chew the fat about their dresses and the neighbors fight. Inconsequential things men don't really care to know become essential things that women find so apropos. But that's a dame, it's just a game, they're all the same. They call it girl talk, girl talk. They all meow about the ups and downs of all their friends. The who, the where, the why, they dish the dirt, it never ends. The weaker sex, the speaker sex, we mortal males behold. Although we joke, we wouldn't trade them for a pot of gold. So baby, stay, gab away, but hear me say, after girl talk, come talk. Boy and girl talk, let's talk about it. I wanna talk about it all night long. Boy and girl talk, boy and girl talk. Girl talk, come on and talk to me. And after girl talk, come and talk to me. done told me when I was in knee pants. My mama done told me, son, a woman, sweet talk, she'll give you the big eye. But when that sweet talking's done, a woman is a two-face, a worrisome thing who'll leave you to sing the blues in the night. Now the rain is falling, hear that train a-calling, ooh-wee. My mama done told me, hear that lonesome whistle blowing across the trestle, hoo-wee. My mama done told me, the hoo-wee, old clickety-clacks echoing back the blues in the night. The evening breeze will start the trees to crying, and the moon will hide its light when you get those blues in the night. Yeah, and take my word, the mockingbird will sing the saddest kind of song, 'cause he knows that things are wrong, and he's right. From Natchez to Mobile, from Memphis to St. Joe, wherever the four winds might blow, I've been in some big towns, and I've heard me some big talk. But there is one thing that I know: a woman is a two-face, a worrisome thing who'll leave you to sing the blues in the night. Those trees to crying, and the moon will hide its light when you get those blues in the night. And take my word, the mockingbird will sing the saddest kind of song, 'cause he knows that things, they're wrong, and he's right. not just a mobile from Memphis to St. Joe. Wherever the four winds might blow, I've been in some big towns, and I've heard me some big talk. But there is one thing that I know. Oh, woman, it's a two-face, a worrisome thing who'll leave you to sing the blues in the night. My mama was right. I've got the blues in the
I'm here with Ron Kaplan and the All-Star Band. We have Ron.
Thank you.
Dan Poplin.
Part of the All-Star Band.
Part of the All-Star Band. Smith Dobson, otherwise known as Sarge.
That's right.
And
New image.
Peppe Merolla.
Merolla, also known as Giuseppe.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe. We'll talk to Ron for a moment here. Ron, you're a jazz singer, and is this kind of music you grew up with? How long has it been?
It is actually. My father was a trumpet player, played that muted trumpet sound like Miles Davis. That was my first hit. And my mom used to listen to a lot of vocalists. So that's kind of grew up with the stuff. And
Did Mom sing?
she did, but not well, I'm told. But she had great taste in music. So she played a lot of Mel Torme and Sinatra and Sarah Vaughan and Ella and all the good stuff. And
What part of the globe were you in at that time?
I grew up in West Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
During the 1950s, and there was a West Coast jazz scene was happening then.
Did you get out and play, or when did you
No,
start
I was in
singing
diapers
out?
at the time, but that's
Oh, I
not
mean-
important right now.
Well, then you must have been playing.
It'll be important.
When did you? We'll get back to our story. When did you start playing out? When did you start singing with bands?
Well, that's a good question. First of all, singing is what comes most naturally to me, so it's something that I really enjoy. And I played instruments over time, and
Starting with
starting with the drums, and
good place, everybody.
yeah.
Play drums.
And when I was in college in my early days, I took this class. This is going to be a long story, I'm sorry. I took a class on death and dying class, and one of the things that you did was you made a list of all your regrets, as if you were on your deathbed. And then if you could be born again, everything that you'd want to do. And one of those things on my list was to play 3 instruments. So I learned first of all, the guitar, and then the piano, and used to play like folk rock music, and being a product of the 60s and 70s, and wrote a lot of songs. But when I came to raising a family, I put all that stuff aside and did insurance for the next 12 years. But I listened to
So that's where
all
you
the
paid your
Blue
blues
Note
for the blues.
That's
your
right.
dues for the blues.
That's correct. And then about 5 years ago, I remembered that if I could have one job in life, what would it be? And it would be to sing.
Oh.
So I started building a repertoire and hanging out with musician types, and so far I've been pretty lucky in working with some great guys and developing my skills over time. Made a recording with these fellows, actually all these fellows, not at the same time, but we're on our second
So how
one
much
now.
money do they owe you?
They owe me a lot of money, and I'm keeping tabs.
Well, I'm gonna.
Actually, I'm indebted to them, believe it or not.
Speaking of indebted, I want to talk to Smith for just a moment here to introduce the next song. Round Midnight. We're gonna go into Round Midnight, and the progression on this song. How would you describe this to somebody who's interested in blues but hasn't graduated to jazz progressions?
It's complex. You know, needless to say, it's one of Thelonious Monk's greatest hits, written in 1944. And actually, it was even among the jazz players themselves, the nucleus of jazz players, it was immediately embraced as one of the great pieces of music that it is. And I think anyone listening to this music, I mean, you just have to kind of let the music, absorb this music, because it's wonderful music if you'll let your ears open up to it. You know, so that's how I'd recommend somebody, you know, trying to hear this for the first time.
Stan, the first time you learned this song, what did you use to remember the changes?
Oh, I think, you know, it's in one key and it goes to another key for the bridge, so it's kind of big chunks like that. But oh, you know, there's a real famous chromatic bass line which we won't use on
Which we left out.
Yes, which we will leave out. I'm thinking ahead there, but it has a chromatic bass line to help me to kind of think how it doesn't go through the changes, it does alternate pitches that go through and meet two changes together. So that's one way I remembered one part of it. But the rest is kind of just playing it enough times and get it in their ears, and then kind of going with that.
Great. Well, let's get it in our ears. Round Midnight with Ron Kaplan.
It begins to tell round midnight. I do pretty well till after sundown. Supper time, I'm feeling sad, but it really gets bad round midnight. Memories always start round midnight. I haven't got the heart to stand those memories when my heart is still with you. And old midnight knows it too. When some quarrel that we had needs mending, could it be that our love is ending? Darling, I need you, and lately I find you're out of my arms and I'm out of my mind. Let our love take wing round midnight, some midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight comes around. some quarrel that we had needs mending? Could it be that our love is ending? Little darling, I need you. And lately I find when you're out of my arms, I go out of my mind. Let our love take wing round midnight, some midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight comes. That's the time I need you most, round midnight.
Ron, we have your CD here. When did you have another one coming out? But when did this one come out?
This one was completed in 1997, although I spent a little time promoting it and trying to get a major label to pick me up, and finally decided to release it myself. And at that time I got an offer from a record company, but it didn't appear that they could do anything more for me than I could do for myself.
So take your money.
Yeah, except take my money, exactly. And since they relieved me of my money, I didn't have a lot left. So I decided to promote it myself, and I'm currently, happy to say, receiving airplay around the country right now. Done a number of radio interviews, and I've got one on Saturday as well, and just having a great time with it. And I must say, though, this has touched a lot of people's lives, and a couple of the people in this room were intimately involved, Smith and Stan, on this recording. And I'm just so delighted with the response that we've gotten from people. I couldn't be happier.
Is your website the primary contact?
It is www.ronkaplan.com. And you can purchase it there. You can read some reviews. You can check it out, sample it if you like. And that's where we are, Amazon.com and CD now as well.
Okay, well, we'd like to thank the volunteers of Musicians Weekly for coming on out here and putting on another great show. We'd like to thank Community Television for making this type of programming possible. And let's get back to Ron Kaplan.
The moon is the same up above you, aglow in its cool evening light, shining at night in Tunisia. Never does it shine so bright. Stars are aglow in the heavens, but only the wise understand. Shining at night in Tunisia, guide you through the desert sands. Words fail to tell the tale, too exotic to be told. Each night's a deeper night in a world that's ages old. Cares of the day seem to vanish. The end of day brings release. Each wonderful night in Tunisia, where the nights are filled with peace. Ba-do-ba, do-do-do, ba-do-bow. Ba-do-do-do, ba-do-bow, ba-ba, do-do-do, ba-do-bow. Ba-do-do-do, ba-do-bow. Ba-do-do-ba-da-do. Shining at night in Tunisia, never does it shine so bright. Stars are aglow in the heavens, only the wise understand. Shining at night in Tunisia, guide you through the desert sands. Words fail to tell the tale, too exotic to be told. Each night is a deeper night in a world that's ages old. Cares of the day seem to vanish. Ending of day brings release each wonderful night to Tunisia, where the nights are filled with peace, where my heart can find release, where love can be in peace, where each night is filled. I'm dreaming tonight of Tunisia.